We are currently in Port Alberni, which is kind of the armpit of the island. We're on our way to Wally Creek. It's, I think, about halfway between here and Tofino, the west coast. It's my favorite place on the island. I've been there, I don't even know how many times. It's not really exciting necessarily. I don't think we're going to be going on like some extravagant hike, especially because it's bear territory and I'm not quite that experienced yet. I'll be working on it. Gooby's asleep right now. I'm just getting some extra battery power and then I gotta navigate the trip. We are up to 78%. It's about a 45-minute drive to the location. I'm not sure if we're gonna make stops on the way there or on the way back, but there are a couple of lookouts that I would like to stop at. It just depends on if Gooby's awake because I don't want to wake him up for a short period and then try to get him to go back to sleep because he won't settle. We just went into Starbucks for a break and I got some ice to put in my water. We are practicing for long road trips because the goal is eventually to get to the Yukon, and after that the goal is to get to Alaska. I want to do a cross country. I want to see all 50 states. Here we go. Campsites look like because it's another place that I would like to potentially go camping in the summer. I just don't know if it's going to be open for us to drive through to have a look. I just prefer to kind of see what the campsites look like prior to booking them because I want to find one that's private. I also need to feed Gooby, but I think he fell asleep again. And these are the campsites, if you can see. So they're pretty open. Yeah, I would say 51. For camping here. And I think Gooby is awake, so we are going to stop so I can feed him. I've been feeling very inspired to create content lately. And I feel inspired not to like whore out my life, but just to share kind of the adventures that we go on. I think it's also kind of encouraging and motivating for me because I enjoy creating. I've always created videos and taken pictures and documented my life. That's just kind of a thing I've always done. I am not interested in sharing like personal private details of my life, and especially not of my children. Currently child, there's going to be 2 children. It's just the language I've been using. Sorry if that's confusing. I only have 1 child currently, but there will be 2. I have always liked these spontaneous adventures and I'm really excited to do them with the kids. I'm just practicing. So Gooby and I are kind of on a practice trip right now. And so far, so good, but we did like just start. We're not very far out. I started traveling in 2022, but I have always kind of just appreciated the journey rather than the destination, and I'm not great at stopping and getting out of the car. I usually just drive and drive and drive and drive and drive. And I would like to make an effort to make stops along the way and get out of the car and actually see some things and experience things and touch grass and not just sit in the car the whole time. So that's kind of the goal of this trip, is to make stops and be okay with it taking like 6 hours as opposed to 2 hours. So I have a new road trip buddy. I think we're just gonna pull down and maybe go to the lake for a minute. I'm gonna drive very slowly with him on my lap because I don't want to put him in his car seat just to park closer. I'm not even getting my step count because I don't have my phone in my pocket. when we were here in the summer. All of this was dry. There was a lot more beach. I found a rock. I think from here it's a straight shot to Wally Creek. I don't think there's anywhere else to stop. So I'm gonna get Gigi changed and put into the car seat, pick out some music, and then I think we'll go straight there. And I think the lookout that I want to stop at is on the way back. You can't turn across the highway to see it, so that'll be a... Can you tell I'm out of shape? We don't walk much anymore. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. I don't want to pause this. Oh, how she said when she stopped a cigarette. Here's the lookout. So we'll do it on the way back. He's got his money buddy again. Whatever you find entertaining, you know, if that's what you enjoy, what are you gonna do? I'll put the blanket at the bottom, of course. What do you think? Mountains! Gooby. This is exactly the life I want to live. This is amazing. Look at him. It's so good. Hi! What do you think? Do you see these? I don't know if my angle is good. Can you see the mountains? It's amazing, isn't it? He's so happy. Are you happy? Best baby, best life. His favorite snack is peanut butter mixed with vanilla yogurt. So I'm gonna try to give that to him because he doesn't want to nurse. Those are your cookies. Want some yogurt? I want to do this like every day. We're like 10 to 15 minutes away from Wally Creek. This is a really nice place to stop. And he was whiny. I thought maybe he was hungry, but I guess not. You don't want to finish that? I should get a wipe for the spoon. My yogurt is kind of messy. I don't really want to put it back in the backpack. I have lunch. You love Taylor Swift, don't you? You're a tortured poet. He really doesn't like to get in and out of the car, so this might be a long drive. It's bumpy. We didn't leave anything, right? No. We are almost there. I'm super excited. It looks like we've got about 16 or 17 kilometers left, and it's such a nice day. It's beautiful. It's 11 degrees, overcast, so no sun. It's not raining. It's really good. I think Gooby's gonna enjoy this one, and then from there, I don't know. We've got that lookout to stop at. It's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's too late to go all the way to the west coast, but I don't think he'll enjoy being in the car for that long anyways. I'm hoping that maybe he'll stay awake for the next 2 stops that we have, and then he can nap the rest of the way back home, hopefully, if he's willing to nap for like an hour and a half. Actually been to Wally Creek in the winter, so I'm hoping the water's not too high that we can't go out to it. Didn't even think about that. Here we are. And the water's not very high. Are we still allowed to pull out here? Yeah, okay. So he definitely fell asleep like right before we pulled up. It's okay. Sit on your butt. Oh, I might die. As long as you're okay. Oh, there. This is it. This is Wally Creek. It's really my favorite spot. I don't know why, there's something about it. You can't see right now because it's overcast, but there is a big mountain that hides up there. I don't know where we're gonna go from here. It's really hard to hike and climb with a baby on the front. I usually wear him on the back, but I can't put him on my back by myself. So he has to be on the front when it's just us. And it makes it really hard to climb and balance and navigate. See, I can't even like bend confidently. Oh, under the tree. I have always had a very strict no snacks in the car period policy, but I'm starving and he's cranky, so he's in his seat. I just gave him a cookie and I'm gonna have something to eat as well. I have yogurt. I really want to make this a regular thing. I want to do Ammonite Falls. That's the next hike that I have in mind. Just gonna have some lunch, then we're back on the road, and we will see you at the next stop. Hi. So, to be completely honest with you, we have made it to the lookout that I wanted to come to. This was kind of like the second point of the trip. It's a little hike out, just a very short hike to see the mountains over the lake. And Gooby is asleep. So, we're not gonna do it, we're gonna skip it. Because he's only been asleep for maybe 15-20 minutes, and if I wake him up and put him in the carrier and walk out there just to get some pictures and videos and to see it, I don't think he's going to be very comfortable. He's not going to enjoy it very much, and I can come back. It's not going anywhere. I don't want to. I think it would make great content. I would love to see it. I think it would be a really nice spot, but he's asleep and he's not old enough to really appreciate it anyway, so he's not getting anything out of it. I don't feel comfortable waking him up just to have him out for 5 minutes, just to put him back in the car seat. He'll be upset. So we'll have to come back to this spot, and you'll have to trust me that it is definitely worth coming to. It's not too far out of Port Alberni. We can come again. I'm sure we can stop here on the way to Tofino. We're going to be going to Tofino as soon as he starts walking, which I'm sure will be very soon. We got to go to Wally Creek. It's been a really successful day. I don't want to end it with a miserable baby. I'm not sure if we're going to need to stop to charge in Port Alberni. I'll have a look. I would love to stop at Cathedral Grove on the way back. We have to drive through it anyways. I'd love to stop at Cameron Lake. The reality is I have a 10-month-old and he just doesn't like to get in and out of the car a whole bunch. As much as I would love to stop at everything on the way back, it's just not feasible. I don't think it'll be fair to him. So we're gonna keep driving for now. I'm just gonna kind of see where we end up. If I have to stop to charge, that might be a good spot for him to eat as well. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a straight shot, and this is the end of the video. Stay tuned. I'll formally end this if we're gonna be ending it early. Hi, I'm editing. You'll have to excuse the background noise. I recorded a final outro on the way home, and while I'm looking over the footage, it's very inaudible. The traffic was loud and I was quiet, so it doesn't work. So I'm just ending the video here. We didn't end up stopping anywhere because Gooby slept the whole way, and we just drove through Cathedral Grove, and I honestly was so tired. I didn't really feel bad about skipping the stops because it was a long day, but it was incredible. Gooby did great. It was really fun. I really want to do it again. I'm just going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching. Hada.